So today I got the bits for the carbs. We're going to try and get chop going today, or at least this morning anyway, before I have another little job to do this afternoon, fixing the washing machine. So let's put the carbs together and see if we can get this running. So what I've done already in this half, I've changed the needle valve and seat, and also replaced the brass float or stay up plastic float. So that's what I'm going to do in this one. Just do that to one side for a minute. These are my original carbs, and the problem I had with these original carbs is this pilot screw got stuck. It just completely got wedged inside. You can see. And what I've done, or what we try to do, is drill a hole into it and use an easy out, which is a hardened steel, like reversible kind of tool bit to draw it out. But what happened is the tip of the easy out snapped off inside the hole of the pilot screw, so we couldn't do anything with that. So these carbs just went in the drawers, and I was just using them as like test carbs for the sonic cleaner and stuff like that. But since then, what I've done is I cut off, and if you can see that very clearly, but I cut the top of this tube off, which exposed the knackered screw, and then drilled a couple of small holes across underneath the actual bit that had broken off in the screw, and pulled that out, which left me a nice slot in the old screw, which I got a big screwdriver through and was able to undo it and take it out. So that's what it looked like originally. You can see that part there. I cut across there, and I managed to get the other screw out. There's another screw in there now, a replacement screw which I put in there. So hopefully, I mean, that won't affect any of the airflow. So hopefully we can use these carbs again, rather than having to buy another second-hand set for 100-200 quid or whatever. So we'll use these anyway. Let's find my tools and take that off and change the needle valve out, the float valve and seat, and give that a go. I bought a bunch of these M5 screws, but the heads are too big, so they don't fit down the back ones or down the front ones. So I have to get some new stainless ones with the smaller heads on, so I can use them. That's another day. Is it me, or does this happen to everyone? There we go. Well, these gaskets, right? These gaskets I use, right, I found off XS 400, and all we have to do is just elongate that little hole there, just slightly, so the old so this pin can go up, this tube can go up, and they're cheaper. I bought, if you look online you'll find you can get the XS400 ones a lot cheaper than you can the 650 ones. So just elongate the hole, Bob's your uncle. They work a treat and they stick just the same. Here's another tip for you. Trying to get these pins out of here. Use an hammer and a screwdriver or whatever. Get yourself a cheapy old centre punch, which is quite. And see, the pin's shot away and it landed over there somewhere, so I'll be back in about 20 minutes after I found it. So anyway, I managed to find it as a result. I wasn't expecting to find that, to be honest. So I suppose what I should have said is, if you're going to use the centre punch to knock out the pin, is put your hand on the other side or a bit of cloth or something, a bit of rag, a bit of sock. Then you won't have to have a little search around for, actually it was like 10 minutes before I found it. Right, get these knackered bits out of it. Now we can change the seat over. These are going to be hard to get out because I put some bigger O-rings on these. There's the O-rings I put on them come out of an O-ring, you know, a multiple O-ring kit box, which are quite handy because they fit there nicely. Right, spare parts, usable spare parts. Got the new one, the new part, and the new seal. There we go. I'm not going to bother with the, you know, you've got the tiny mesh filter on the bottom of these valves. I'm not going to bother with them because I've got a paper filter on my fuel line anyway, so it's not really needed, to be honest. It just restricts the flow of fuel anyway and things. Let's put that on. Straighten that up a bit. Right, these stout floats. Just put that in there. That's a wonky dory. Turn that around. Put my long lost pin back in. Just nip that in there. Flush with the other end, so that's alright. Right, these floats want to be 22 mil, I think it is, for these. So I'll zero it. I've got to hold my battery in because my battery cover's lost on this set. So you want 22 mil. Or thereabouts. Good enough for me. Locks it up. That's what I mean about the battery. Right. So you want to measure from the lip to the top of that float, and that's a little bit low. So you just want to twist that down a little bit. That's probably too much. Yeah, it's too much now. From that. Tad more. So it's just touching that. I'll say that'll do. That will do. Good there, that's okay. Everything hunky dory. Now let's put the top on. Nicely cleaned out. Big ones. 10. Get a bit closer in so you can see what I'm about to do now. The choke lever, the dreaded choke lever. The bits and pieces, and a tiny weeny spring, and an even smaller ball bearing. That tiny weeny spring goes in that hole there. Can you see that hole? I'm not sure you can see that hole. Yeah, you can see that hole. That goes in that little hole there and drops right down inside. And the same with the ball bearing. You want to put that ball bearing in that little hole which drops right inside. Right, that bearing is just sitting on top of the spring, so if you try and push the choke lever through, it's just going to push the bearing off. Right, so you got this is a tricky bit. Right. So you need to put your choke piece on the on your plunger. Right, put the right way around on the plunger. Put your lever through it, and then with a small Allen key, go down and push that bearing into the hole, and then at the same time as you're releasing, put pressure on the plunger, and what it does, it locks that bearing inside the hole. On this there's two to do. There's one either carb, but I've lost the spring and the bearing for the other side, so that's going to have to you only need one anyway. Right, there's the 3 holes there which the actual roller bearing jumps up into. Let's put the zoom out a little bit. I'll put the other end on. Right, so it goes in. Now on here, these screws have got to slot into these little slots there. So it's a bit, the way to do that really is twist it around so you can see through here and line that slot up with the screw, and then twist it around, and then it just drops in, and you can tighten that up. That'll be the same on the other side as well. Tighten them down, and then there you have your choke operation. It's a pain in the arse, I tell you. So that done. All that's left on these carbs to do now really is to sink them up a little bit. It's just to get these two working together, at least enough to get you started, to get your bike started, and then you can use your vacuum gauges to do a better job. Right, boys and girls, this is it. Will it go? Will it run or will it not? Battery died, didn't it, when I was doing the a little bit of fine tuning and syncing up the carbs with the what's names, Ujima flips. So it's now all running. Good enough to ride.